You, you want to celebrate my birthday? Sorry, I'm not used to hearing that from anyone, other than close family. Thanks.
First off, I'd like to say happy birthday.
Thank you. I've been getting birthday wishes from everyone today, even strangers in the hall. It's almost enough to make me blush.
Did your family do anything for your birthday?
Oh yes, they sent me a letter and a large shipment of apples. We have an orchard that's been in the family for generations. We grow different kinds throughout the year, so they even have apples to send now. This shipment's far more than I can eat by myself, so I hand them out to schoolmates where I can. But even after giving them out to my class and the Spell Drive Club, I've still got more left over. Let me know if you think of anyone that could give them a good home, okay?
Sure thing. Moving on, can you tell me about your family?
Well, there's my ma and pa, I mean, my mother and father, as well as my grandmother and grandfather. My great-grandmother also lives with us, as does my uncle, his wife, and their son. We all work on the orchard, and it's got so much ground to cover that even a family our size can't stay on top of it all. Our neighbors are farmers as well, and we all help each other during busy times. Thanks to that, we're all on such friendly terms that we might as well be family. Harvest season is the busiest time of the year. Once that's over, we hold a party to celebrate. There's a potluck and all the food's homegrown. It's practically a whole festival by itself. By golly, do we ever. I mean, it's very fun.
Is it hard work harvesting apples?
Going up and down ladders all day can really tire you out, and our trees are especially tall, so I'd say so, yes. It's different when using magic, of course. Then you can fly tree to tree on a broom and save yourself a lot of unnecessary effort. My grandma and great-grandma use magic, so they're in charge of harvesting the highest apples. When I was younger, I was always jumping on a broomstick and pretending to zoom up to help them. But then one day, my little ritual became a reality. I actually pulled it off and flew. The three of us have been doing airborne harvesting together ever since.
What's your favorite food?
Grilled meat. I love me some good old-fashioned mouth-watering barbecue. Back home, we'd had barbecues where all the neighbors would turn out, grown-ups and youngins alike. We'd take big old hunks of meat and grill them over a charcoal fire. Finger food don't exactly make for fancy eating, but boy howdy is it a mighty fine meal. And then there's all the fresh veggies. They've got a natural sweetness to them. You can eat them straight off the grill without putting anything on them, and they're already perfect.
I can see how much you enjoyed the idea.
Well, I do have one thing I like even more. It's, macarons.
What is it you like about them?
They're cute and sweet, and they come in lots of different flavors. They're not very filling, but still.
Aside from food, what else holds your attention?
Maybe blast cycles? They look really cool, and their engines roar with power, but they still take curves so smoothly, you know? Ever since I was a kid, I thought they were the coolest thing ever. One of my neighbors had one. Sometimes they'd give me rides on it, and let me tell you. The first time I rode one, I got so jazzed up that I couldn't even get to sleep that night. One of these days, I'd love to get a blast cycle of my own.
Do you participate in any extracurricular activities?
Yes, I'm in the Spell Drive Club. It's super fun. It's exciting to play against guys way bigger than me, and it's such a rush whenever I score a goal. I wasn't all that good when I first joined, so I got hurt a lot when fighting for the disc. Every time I'd scrape my cheek or my nose, Phil would launch into some "Are you completely incapable of taking care of yourself?" speech. I got tired of the lectures, so I stopped challenging people head on and started practicing moves to catch them by surprise. And just recently, I managed to elegantly outmaneuver a player who tried to block me. It felt so good having that practice pay off. What's more, Leona spoke with me after that and said he might consider putting me in our next game. Plus, I'm getting roughed up less often, which means fewer tongue lashings from Vil. I feel like I've really grown since I joined the club.
Just be careful not to get yourself hurt.
Thanks. I'll be okay though. I've got more moxie than anybody else. People have been picking on me since I was a kid, assuming that I was a weakling because of how I looked. But I'd keep fighting back. It didn't matter how much older or stronger they were. I'd make every last one of them eat crow in the end. Eventually, kids at school started calling me the poison apple of the Felmier family. You know, meaning that despite how I looked, my tenacity made me dangerous.
This has been a fascinating interview. Thank you for sharing all this, and happy birthday again.